Hello, in today's offering we'll be talking dirty. It's compost toilets. To take you on a brief tour of our learning experience with compost loos. We like them because they're great. They don't use water, or they use a lot less water, and the end result is, as the name suggests, compost, which we use on our fruit trees normally. So this is our original compost loo. We built very quickly when we got here because we needed a loo, and it is basically a shed with a bucket, a big bucket, but a bucket nonetheless. The advantages of this: easy to make. We've just got a bench with a seat on it. It's actually been dismantled, so I can't show you at the moment. And a bucket. The disadvantages is that you have to empty the bucket, which means that sooner or later you've got to carry a bucket full of someone's poo from here to a place where you're going to compost it. And I'll show you how we did that next. So yeah, advantage is simplicity, disadvantages, got to carry a bucket of shit. So it's a good way to get started, but as we've discovered, there are better ways of doing this. So here's what becomes of the buckets of poo. They go into these composting bins. We've 4 somewhere. Oh, there's another one behind there. The idea is you put it in here, and as you can see, it just looks like it's just compost. It's not far off usable. We would fill one up, then we'd move along to another one, then another one, then another one, and by the time we got to number 4, the compost in the first bin, after maybe 18 months, would be ready to use. But I say, there's a lot of handling involved in that, which isn't great. So that'll take us on to our next design. And here we have number 2, appropriately enough. This is a tree bog, so called because you surround your loo with willow. Typically, we've got various things here. Something fast growing, any runoff from the chamber below the loo, it'll get soaked up by the trees. So the basic premise with this is that you don't have to keep emptying it. You have toilet with seat, you have a chamber below, which is basically a straw lined chamber with chicken wire around it that gradually fills up, and it rots down pretty much as fast as you can fill it. Certainly on a place like this where we haven't got huge numbers of people. So it's good because you don't have to keep emptying it. Eventually you can open the chicken wire at the back of the loo and dig the stuff out, but I don't know if that'll even ever happen. It's just never filled up. I mean, it's not horrible. It's just wood shavings really. So this one was okay, and it's kind of for the truck. Disadvantages with this one: it's not a huge amount of room to maneuver in there, and it had didn't have a sink inside. It had one outside that we filled with rainwater. That's been nicked for something else, so that's not a bad design, but we thought we could do better, and that takes us to our last, number 3. So here we are. This is basically the peak of our compost loo journey. This has all the things we were missing from the others. Loads of space, right? Got a sink indoors, positively luxurious. It's even got a light. Okay. And same thing. This is a chambered loo, but instead of the tree bog design, what we've got in here is a wheelie bin. So we have a series of wheelie bins, fill a bin, replace it with an empty one. When the first one's empty, we can take it off, dump it around the fruit trees. But yeah, this one's got plenty of storage. We've got room for our wood shavings. We put down every time we use it. Nice view of the trees. Plenty of light as well. Plenty of room to turn around. So yeah, we like this one very much. We're going to take a look at the back side of this one, as it were. So here we are at the business end of the new tree bog, and as you can see, we've got our wheelie bin which wheels in underneath. Got a previously filled wheelie bin which is sitting there composting away quite nicely. See what state that's in. Yeah, again, sort of wood shavings, and it's doing okay. Put a bit of horse manure in there so it's got some worms. Because it's in a bin, we figured that it might need a bit of extra help. You can see at the bottom of the bin there's a wee hole drilled there for any liquid to escape. Doesn't get too. We don't want it becoming anaerobic and stinky. There's enough air in the top of the bin, it can all rot down. Yeah, it's easy to do. Bins are easy to shift. You know, it's a fairly unobtrusive building, plenty of room. Now this, I reckon, is perfection as far as we can make it. No one coming up here even realises that it's a compost loo, which is good from a neighbourly point of view. Yeah, if I were going to build one again, this is what I would build.